Alright guys, we are back for another Dokkan battle video. So we've got another hint right here. A lot of hints during the World Tournament. I guess that's to be expected. Now, one thing I do find interesting, so I've been kind of, sitting back, Rhino World Tournament, seeing a lot of the discussion over the past several days, seeing what people are talking about. I'm seeing a lot of talk, BROLY movie, Dragon Ball Saga. Yesterday I wasn't really seeing nearly as much for Saiyan Saga. But I'm not really seeing like any other guesses. Like I've seen people throw out like GT, and I don't really see how this would be pointing towards GT. I mean, I guess I don't want to say it's impossible, but I do not think GT is what we're getting from this. Now, one of the specific things I saw was I saw some people theorize that maybe these weren't even hints, which, I mean, I don't agree with that because it literally says worldwide campaign. But I also saw a discussion, I pointed this out yesterday, how yesterday Global tweeted the hint and JP just retweeted it. And I saw people say that, like, it's probably not the hint either because only one version tweeted it. But then last night, it was the opposite. So, 2 days ago, Global tweets the hint and JP retweets it. Last night, JP retweets it, or JP tweets it, and then Global retweets it. So that's what they did. They kind of jumped back and forth like that. So I think that that's interesting. So very clearly, these are definitely, hints towards the big thing. Let's go ahead and play this, see what we got. Make sure the volume isn't too blasting right there. Alright, now, my first glance at this, BROLY is what I think. I do think it's BROLY. Even yesterday, BROLY was my first guess. If we go through, what's some of the other stuff we've got? Okay, so we'll look at this. So here are, kind of like clean shots of V-Jump. If we take a look at this, the biggest thing we want to look at is the ticket. It does look like that's very green down there. That's the most important thing. So, I mean, if we're going to have, if Dragon Ball Saga is, the part 1 of the worldwide, I don't necessarily think that would be green for Demon King Piccolo. I don't think so. I mean, I guess I don't want to say it's impossible, but probably not. I don't think, right? Now this, I thought that this was potentially a pretty good call right here. That like seeing kind of like the shots of the stuff traveling through like the sky and stuff like that could be like Kid Goku and Tien kind of racing towards Demon King Piccolo. I thought that could have been it. But seeing last night, and then we got this, 5 things flying across both videos. Supposed to be the BROLY movie, Z Fighters flying towards BROLY. Very last shot, obviously being him. I think I agree. I think it does seem like BROLY to me. Now, here's the other thing, too. When it comes to EZAs, I do think when it comes to a major celebration like this, like the reason oftentimes people can kind of like guesstimate some of these big celebration themes, which we see pretty regularly, this is one reason why. Like if you look at this, we could guess that whatever worldwide theme is coming up, it would be tied to one of these things, right? We could see how it could be GT. GT would be a fair guess with the GT Super Saiyan duo right there. We'd have Super 17 as well. All right, so we'd have a couple of major EZAs that could happen. They could do kind of like an overarching movie theme in which they'd have just a million characters from Tech Broly to Int Broly to Bojack and Super Saiyan 2 Gohan, Turles, Pikkon, Janemba, Tech Gogeta, Physical Janemba, Goten and Trunks, Tapion and Minosha, right? Like there's just so many movie characters. Namek could be it, right? Because we have the 2021 Worldwide Download Celebration is now within range, right? So there's potentially a lot of options. So a lot of people saying they would rather Namek be a potential big celebration next year, because let's say Namek is the 2025 worldwide download celebration, that could potentially open up like Ginyu to EZA during the celebration and stuff like that. Although Ginyu, I mean, they could easily just buff him to where it's like Ginyu Force and then maybe like Terrifying Conqueror or something like that for him. But like right now, he would still need to be used with Ginyu Force characters. And I mean, do we think that LR in Ginyu is still going to be very good a full year from now? Who knows? Hard to say. So looking at these EZAs for a major celebration. So we're talking worldwide and anniversary specifically, and Tanabata, those three. For those three celebrations, looking at like the upcoming list of potential EZA characters really is a good clue in, I would say. But like when it comes to just kind of like monthly celebrations and stuff like that, they could do what they did with Dokkan Fest Yamcha, where they just dropped Dokkan Fest Yamcha, and then they had, LR Bojack was the EZA. Just completely random, made no sense. I mean, let's say it does end up being Dragon Ball Saga. I'm not really too sure what this would be for Dragon Ball Saga. What is this? Oh, this is the Shadow Dragons? I don't... The Shadow... Could this be the Shadow Dragons? I don't think so. I mean, this guy's name is LR Physical Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. So, yeah, I don't really think so. Yeah, dude, look, the lightning and stuff. Oh, come on. That is it, right? That's it for sure. Yeah, and then here, let's turn this on. And then we get like that's Broly Zora and then the lightning. Yeah, dude. Broly would be fire. Broly to me looks real good. Yeah, we got some Brolys in there. I think it's what? It's Broly in the pod. Brother, I've been saying Broly for 4 days. What? Bro, please, man. All right. So I'm thinking we're looking at Broly here, right? So let's jump. What is this? There's that. So in terms of what they could do, and we should wonder too. So even if like Dragon Ball Saga was like part 1 or something like that, I don't think they would do a full celebration for Dragon Ball Saga. I don't think so. Like I've seen people talk about like TN as like a part 2 LR and stuff. I don't see it. I don't want to say it's impossible, but I do not see that. Like, that's the thing. If we do Demon King Piccolo versus Kid Goku, which I think really would work very well, but I don't know what the second part of the celebration would be. I don't know. I mean, they could always theme it somehow to get, like, some sort of, like, similar-ish type of fight to Kid Goku versus Demon King Piccolo, but, like, that would be an issue. Now, if they do Broly, there's 4 Broly movies. Now, the Dragon Ball Super Broly movie, we've covered a lot of the big stuff, and we've already done that a bunch this year. Now, they could still do like a God Vegeta, Wrath Broly. Broly himself is fighting for 40 minutes straight, so there's way more animations they could use. Like, they still could go back to that. I don't think they will, but they could go back to that. I think it's much more likely to be movie 8 into movie 10 is what we're most likely to see. But I mean, maybe the Bio Broly movie could have some interaction in there potentially. Now, if we start wondering like what could the LRs be? So, Legendary Super Saiyan Broly, I mean, just take a look. There's like basically nothing there. So, they could pretty easily drop, well, I guess, I mean, almost assuredly, the chances would be 99.9% that this guy would Super EZA, right? So he would Super EZA. I mean, maybe we could even see another Super EZA during the celebration. There's a lot of different paths I could go, but I would think, like, if we do 2 Brolys, which I think would work fine, one of them could be Legendary Super Saiyan Broly, And then that one I think could work as the second Broly movie, the one that Gohan and Goten are fighting in. And then I think for movie 8, we do some sort of base Broly, or I mean, this is called Super Saiyan Broly, but I do feel like they could just get it to where it's like Broly possessed in parentheses, or brainwashed, or mind control. I do think they could kind of get away with doing that. But something like this Broly that would transform into Legendary Super Saiyan Broly, I think would go very hard. And like that, imagine in your mind's eye, like, you know, they're dropping the official teasers for the celebration, and you could see the iconic Broly transformation, you know, the Dokkan animation, right? Like the Tech Broly one looks pretty good, but I mean, they could always even make it way better. And I could just see it. So I think seems right now, after this second teaser, leaning towards Broly. Maybe, again, like a base Broly, and then potentially a Legendary Super Saiyan Broly. Because it's funny, we got one in, 2021? We got one in, this is 2017. This is 2016. This is 2015. They spammed him at the start of the game, and then they kind of went away from him for a while, right? Just like the future Trunks arc, right? The OGs of Dokkan, every other, you know, Dokkan Fest was either Legendary Super Saiyan Broly or Dragon Ball Super Future Trunks arc. Now, in terms of Goku, right, I had it here for the Goku Youth. I think another Super Saiyan Goku would work here. I know people go, oh my god, another Super Saiyan Goku, but all of a sudden, it's been quite a while since we've had one, right? Like, the new Super Saiyan Gokus were all now 2 years ago! Time moves pretty fast, doesn't it? Yeah. Yeah, this guy is closing in on 2 years. This guy is 2 weeks away from 2 years. There's no relevant Super Saiyan Gokus in here. Yeah, even this guy has not panned out quite as good as I thought he was going to be. Yeah, we have nothing here. There's really not much for base Goku either. So, for movie 8, we certainly could get that. Broly, or Goku's kind of like Spirit Bomb Punch that he does to one-shot Broly is not in Dokkan. Funny enough, that was something that released in 2018 for Legends, right? That blue Super Saiyan Goku is one of the early sparkings in the game. Now, Gohan, I think they could easily drop one of these guys, right? Now, funny enough, they did reference Gohan transforming in that movie. In the LR Future Gohan animations, but they could just use it again. It's just that simple. I mean, that's like, I've seen a lot of people say, oh, it's not happening because they use those animations already. You mean like some of these animations that they've referenced like 3 times already? Look at Buu Saga Super Saiyan 3 Goku's Kamehameha, right? Like a year apart, they did the same animation in a major way. So, I don't think it's a big deal that like it was used somewhere. So I think like a Super Saiyan 2 Gohan, or we could get a Goku, Gohan, and Goten, which would be a new named character, right? We don't have Super Saiyan Goku, Super Saiyan Gohan, and Super Saiyan Goten. That could be an interesting card. The only thing is, what is this? What? Quick answers? What is this? What is the role of physical Gohan? High damage and defense? Physical fusion card? Huh. Are these like AI answers? Int Gohan EZA. Okay, interesting. Sorry, I got sidetracked a little bit. I was like, wait, what is this? Yeah, so we could get that. Goten, I mean, again, maybe like another Super Saiyan Gohan, Goten, and Goku or something like that. Goku doesn't do very much, but I mean, I guess like Bardock and Gine is a card, and all Gine does is the active skill. The page crashed? On the new PC? Bro, this is why I don't... Even on the new PC, I can't really use this site. Even... Bro, what? How does the Dokkan Wiki... It's too much for a 5K PC, the Dokkan Wiki, man. It's too much to open a bunch of tabs over here. What the hell? All right, anyway. And then, yeah, DKP, I mean, does need a Dokkan Fest bad. So, if Dragon Ball Saga, like, if it was somehow pointing towards Dragon Ball Saga, I think Kid Goku as a Carnival LR and DKP as a Dokkan Fest LR would be good. But let me know what you guys think. Looks to me, we're going to get Big Boy Broly on his way.